Elon Musk is closer to his mission to send a man. His company SpaceX sold its first ticket to the moon. He's billionaire Yusaku Mizawa will board the SpaceX big Falcon rocket as early as 2023, and the trip cost Musk's company $5 billion. Maria Villarreal spoke with the futurist.
I choose to go to the moon.
In front of a packed house, SpaceX founder Elon Musk introduced his newest partner in space exploration, billionaire Yusaku Mizawa.
I thought about how I can give back to the world and how this can contribute to world peace. This is my lifelong dream.
The founder of Japan's largest retail website, Mizawa purchased every seat on the trip and plans to bring up to 8 artists along the ride.
These artists will be asked to create something after they return to Earth. And these masterpieces will inspire the dreamer within all of us.
The BFR rocket will be nearly 400 feet long and equipped with a reuse booster rocket that will produce 200 tons of thrust. The plan is to send passengers around the moon and back, a more than 475,000-mile journey in about 5 days.
This is a dangerous mission. But it's definitely dangerous.
I'm not afraid of at all.
You're not afraid at all?
No.
Why? How?
I trust the SpaceX team.
But SpaceX has had problems meeting deadlines. Its rocket, the Falcon Heavy, had its first successful launch nearly 5 years later than expected.
Makes you so sure that you can actually meet that 2023 deadline?
It's not 100% certain that we succeed in to flight, but we're going to do everything humanly possible to bring it to flight as fast as we can and as safely as we can.
It's a risky investment 42-year-old Mizawa is willing to make for a shot at a lunar legacy. Maria Villarreal in Hawthorne, California.
CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood watched the SpaceX event, and he joins us now from Merritt Island, Florida. So, Bill, Musk's price tag on this is $5 billion to make the big Falcon rocket, and he said he'd done by 2023. Do you think that's realistic?
Well, I think both those things bear something about. He said $5 billion is a kind of a ballpark estimate. He said it could be as high as 10, could be less. He really doesn't know at this point, and that's a key factor to see if he can get it done by 2023, because it's a privately funded rocket. You know, NASA has helped pay for the Falcon rocket that launched cargoes to the space station, and starting next year, we'll be carrying astronauts to the station. But the BFR is an in-house program, and he said last night he's really going to need some help funding, getting money together to be able to pay this. So can he launch by 2023? On paper, he says yes, but that assumes no major problems, and it assumes funding. So I think there are a lot of unknowns here that would make me a little bit hesitant to embrace that 2023 figure.
You know, it's not just the money, Bill, that caught our attention. It's also that in this announcement, he repeatedly said this mission is dangerous. And it's that kind of a message, reassuring message you want to hear, especially when you're putting in this much money into a project. So walk us through this. What makes this project particularly perilous?
Well, it is a huge rocket. As you said earlier, this is a 400-foot tall beast. It would be more powerful than the Saturn V moon rocket, that launched the Apollo missions to the moon, which to this day is still the most powerful rocket ever built. We think there's something like 31 engines in the first stage, I think 7 in the upper stage that carries the people, but just a lot of technology. There's a lot of moving parts, very complicated technology, and perfecting that, getting it right the first time and making it all work flawlessly every flight, that's a huge challenge. And